Hello, class 12 children. So, today I'm going to finish up our chapter number 9 with this lecture. Today, basically, we'll be covering up three topics, out of which the first one is plant breeding for disease resistance. Means why we are experimentizing continuously with the plants. There are some reasons. We are going to discuss those reasons and the methodology adopted. So, first of all, disease resistance. Now, children, you are very well aware that many plants and even animals, they are getting affected time and again by many microorganisms. Yes, some of them have been highlighted here in the slide, like fungi, alone fungi. There are different types of fungus. Okay, so under this category fungi, it can cause number of diseases, out of which some are brown rust of wheat, red rot of sugarcane, late blight of potato, and same for bacteria and virus. When so many diseases are being caused by these microorganisms, then how the effect of these diseases will be there on the plant as well as the human beings? Of course, with the productivity for human beings, we'll be having some losses, and on the plant side, its health, growth, and production and nutritional value, or the nutrient content, it will be affected at a very alarming rate. So, to stop all that, we are adopting the technique plant breeding. So there are basically two methods of plant breeding. First is the conventional, जो चला आ रहा है, the one which I taught in my previous lecture, lecture number 2. In this, first of all, जिस भी प्लांट में हमने चेंजेस लाने हैं, डिज़ायर्ड क्वालिटी और जीन्स इंट्रोड्यूस करने हैं, उस प्लांट के उसकी जितने भी भाई बहन हैं, मीन्स ऑल द वेराइटीज़ ऑफ दैट प्लांट, लाइक सपोज कैबेज चाहिए मुझे, तो कैबेज की जितनी भी स्पीशीज़ हैं, वाइल्ड, local, whatsoever, foreign, exotic, I'll collect all, and I'll collect their all genes. After the collection of those genes or the germplasm, I'll again and again hybridize them. Hybridize करने के बाद I'll get some generations. I'll identify which is the best one. Then again I'll start the process of hybridization, and finally I'll try to select the best out of them. And that best is almost one or two in thousands. And finally, when I'm 100% sure, even more than 100%, then I get it tested. I'll get the products tested, and then they'll be released in the market. Now, this process is a tedious and time-consuming one, and the results are also not assured. So, there's another method of plant breeding, which is mutational breeding or mutation breeding. Very simple. What is mutation? A sudden change. सो ऐसा ही चेंज प्लांट के जीन में किया जाता है. लाइक सपोज आई वॉन्ट पोटैटो प्लांट. I want potato plant. I want some changes to be seen in the potato plant. So what I'll do, I'll just take out one cell, or I'll just see the plant. I'll inject some my desired gene in the cell of the seed of the plant. अब क्या होगा, वो सीड जैसे जैसे बड़ा होगा उसमें वही जीन मल्टीप्लाई होगा विच आई हैव इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इनटू इट, और व्हेन इट वाज द ज़ाइगोट देन आई इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, और फर्दर एनी मोर टाइम. So this will lead to the production. Whenever it will produce the seeds, the gene which I introduced, it will also be multiplying, and hence that gene will be multiplying, and my desired trait will also be displayed throughout lifelong. So this is mutational breeding. Means either through radiation or through some chemicals, कुछ chemicals अप्लाई करना या radiation थ्रो करना ऑन द पर्टिकुलर प्लांट जिसमें मुझे चेंज चाहिए, उसका डीएनए हिल जाएगा, डीएनए का स्ट्रक्चर विल चेंज. उस चेंज से कभी कभार वो चीज़ हो जाती है, दैट डिज़ायर्ड थिंग हैपन्स इन द प्लांट, डिज़ायर्ड चेंज अपीयर्स विच एक्चुअली आई नीड. Some of the examples have been cited at the bottom of the slide. Like in mung bean, resistance from two diseases, yellow mosaic virus and powdery mildew, has been induced by these mutations. Again in bhindi, whose scientific name is Abelmoschus esculentus, this bhindi has been shown resistant to yellow mosaic virus by introducing the genes from a wild bhindi, jungli bhindi, wild species of लेडी फिंगर, उसमें से जीन्स निकाल कर इस लोकल वेराइटी में डाले गए एंड देन फाइनली द लेडी फिंगर और द Abelmoschus esculentus that was created, it was known as Parbhani Kranti. Moving on further, these are the pictures I have shared of the two diseases, yellow mosaic virus. This type of the leaf of the bindi okra or the lady finger, it will be of such type when it is affected by this virus, and if it is affected by powdery mildew, then the leaf will be of such type. Next, the second topic, plant breeding for developing resistance to insect pests. कीड़े मकोड़ों से बचना है, plants को बचाना है. So plants are basically you can say they are modifying themselves to defend themselves on 3 parameters. Morphologically, अपनी बॉडी में बाहर से वो कुछ ऐसे चेंजेस लाते हैं लाइक डेवलपिंग थॉर्न्स और हेयर, समथिंग लाइक दैट. बायोकेमिकल और फिजियोलॉजिकली, अंदर से इंटरनली बॉडी के अंदर ही कुछ ऐसे चेंजेस ले आते हैं विच आर डायरेक्टली अफेक्टिंग द पेस्ट्स. For example, like it has been highlighted over here, hairy leaves in many plants is resulting in what? Resistance to the insects and the pests. For example, jacids. Jacid एक insect pest है which is attacking the cotton plant. पर अगर cotton plant में hairs आ जाएं तो these jacids they do not attack. Cereal leaf beetle in wheat. If wheat is developing hairy leaves, then this beetle will not attack. Similarly, solid stem in wheat, then stem sawfly, which is a pest, is not attracted to the wheat. So these are some morphological adaptations done by the plants to resist the attack of the insects or the pests. And coming to the biochemical or physiological characteristics, in that you can just read out the last line. What is it? When some of the chemicals, they are high or low in quantity in the body of the plant. Example, aspartic acid high, nitrogen low, and sugar content also low in maize. Then the stem borers, वो इंसेक्ट पेस्ट जो कि मेज़ मक्की की स्टेम को खाते हैं वो उसको नहीं खाएंगे if these 3 things they have been as I said right now. So these are some of the methodologies adopted by the plants. Now the next comes hidden hunger. Now you very well know, children, the population of our country and the world is tremendously increasing day by day. So as the population is growing, their demand for food is also growing, but the supply is not increasing. So what is ultimately happening? The food that is being provided to some of the people or the children or whatsoever you can say, to a small community of the world, is having the food deficient in nutrients, proteins, vitamins, or other things also, fibers also. This is known as hidden hunger. कि वैसे तो वो खाना खा रहे हैं पर उनको नहीं पता है कि कहीं पर छुप कर वो हंग्री हैं. उनकी बॉडी जो है दैट इज़ स्टिल हंग्री बिकॉज इट इज़ नॉट गेटिंग द फूड विच इज़ properly supplying them the nutrients, proteins, and the vitamins. Now, to overcome this problem of hidden hunger, a process has been implemented which is known as biofortification. Very important children topic. Biofortification means ऐसे plants को breed करना, plant breeding करना इस तरह से कि जो plants हैं उनका कंटेंट ऑफ विटामिन्स, मिनरल्स, प्रोटीन्स, फैट्स, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स वो इतना बढ़ जाए पहले के मुकाबले, इट इंक्रीजेस टू हाई लेवल्स that ultimately even low quantity of food can supply large amount of nutrients to the one who is eating or consuming them. So biofortification basically is a process to increase what? The protein, nutrient content, protein content, oil content, and the micronutrient content or the vitamin content. There have been some examples in which biofortification has been done, like hybrid maize. Biofortified maize में क्या quality है? The one what I have underlined. It is having twice the amino acids. पहले जो maize में amino acid का amount था, let it be it was 100. After making it biofortified maize, now the amount of amino acids, especially lysine and tryptophan, it is 200, तो डबल हो गया. Wheat की एक वेराइटी है Atlas 66. After getting biofortified, it is having high protein content in comparison to the previous normal one. Iron fortified rice, ये वो राइस है जिसमें आयरन कंटेंट इंक्रीज हो चुका है आफ्टर बायोफोर्टिफिकेशन, बट कितना, 5 times. And IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, has also developed these following plants which are rich in following vitamins or nutrients. What are they? Vitamin A, the ones which are underlined. Vitamin C, bitter gourd bathua, and the others. Iron and calcium, protein and enriched beans. So these all are the important examples of biofortified plants, and they are very important from the both point of view. Moving on to the last topic, single cell protein. Now, as I discussed about the hidden hunger, children, means people are not getting nutritious food. Yes, because the population is growing more and more, and they are not getting that much food and the nutrients as their body requires. So, to overcome this imbalance, this problem, another solution is there, single cell protein. Single cell means unicellular organisms. Some of the unicellular organisms are used to produce millions and tons of proteins. For example, at the bottom of the slide I have highlighted Methylophilus methylotropus. This is a bacteria who has the ability to produce from 250 grams 250 grams of material में से ये how much protein बना सकते हैं, 25 tons of proteins in a day. और इसी का comparison if we do with a cow which is of 250 kg, 250 kg cow will produce only 200 grams of proteins in a day. But what is this bacteria doing? 250 grams of it. Only 250 grams of Methylophilus methylotropus is producing 25 tons of proteins. And no problem is there with this bacteria because it is very easy to grow. It grows on the raw and the waste material like molasses or even the sewage. And then finally whatever it produces after it, the food that is rich in proteins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, means all the nutrients. So this is again a solution to the hidden hunger. This is the picture of Methylophilus methylotropus, children. I hope you must have understood it. You need to just revise these 3 topics again and again because little bit cramming portion is there in these 3 topics. So please assure yourself that you are again and again giving a glance to my lecture as well as the NCERT. Thank you, children.